We hope you enjoy this rebroadcast of Risk On's highest-rated topics for the previous week. Todd and Jason will return next week with their regularly scheduled programming. And now, Risk On.
103.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hope I live to be 103. I don't think. Look at my hair here. I don't think I gotta shave too. I don't think at my weight I'll live to 103, but I might live to 70. You never see really old fat people.
No.
They're always skinnier. So I think it's a message. Lose weight. If you look at the first 100 episodes that we're in 103, you can see my fat face is getting a little skinnier. Although I might have gained some weight over the weekend because I had some Mexican food. I went to I had such a great hamburger at Resorts World.
That was good.
I went to Marigold.
Yeah.
Right. Jason, my man, you were with me.
We had nice burgers.
That was great. Josh is in the house. Skylar's in the house. Say hello.
Hi.
Hey, yo.
We went to Marigold with a really well-known actor, famous guy, grew up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And what's the guy's name that just stopped by at the table?
Should we tell it?
John,
what's his
last name? Levitz?
John Lovitz.
Yeah.
John Lovitz.
The relevancy is not to call out John Lovitz. It's just the relevancy is that he just showed up at the table. I'm like, surreal world. Like what the heck? And then later on, our friends from that other thing.
Yeah.
What's Up
Turn
World?
Up
Turn Up World?
Turn Up World.
Turn Up World, they're like right next to us too.
Which was cool.
So I enjoyed that burger and all that. Marigold is a lobster and hamburger place. If you ever heard of that, like they make hamburger with lobster in it too.
And it was really good. All the appetizers.
I didn't get the lobster in the hamburger though. I got the regular hamburger.
They had those sweet potato tater tots with mustard.
Everything was good there. Resorts World. If I was writing a check for $4.3 billion, I better hope that it's going to be good. Ready? What do you think?
It was the one thing that threw us off. It was cash only or room charge. We
Thank
weren't.
God for you. You like walk around always with like what 20,000 cash.
No,
I don't think you should tell people.
that's great. Thanks, man.
Jason, listen. Here's what you need to know. I'm
Jesus.
just getting around.
No, he's not.
He doesn't have 20,000 in cash. It's more like 5.
God.
Come on.
All right,
I mean,
yeah.
are they going to risk getting shot for $5,000?
I hope not. Those hollow
Some
points.
days it's $2,000.
Yeah, it could be a little. I could be a little light.
Could
some
be like
days.
1,000 one day.
I don't know. Those hollow points.
Okay, sorry. You're right. There's
Yeah.
good thing only 500 people watch the show.
That's good. We got
And I
40
don't-
watchers now.
And I don't think any of them want to kill you. So, oh yeah, DPW All Global closed at 303.
Something wrong?
What's up?
What's going on with the algos?
What? How does that make any sense?
Doesn't make
How much
sense.
book value? I mean, I can't even comment. I don't even go there.
You don't
Just
have to comment. People are writing
forget it.
Listen, people are writing articles about it. Just,
Yeah, whatever.
Just whatever.
Vegas has exceeded everything I've ever. I mean, let me tell you why this is such a big deal. Okay, every restaurant that I used to go to Beverly Hills for, or Santa Monica, or Newport, where it was like a 20-minute to 3-hour drive from my house, and then if you add the traffic back and all the nightmare that California can be with traffic, they're all here, man. I mean, they're all here. We eat like all the coolest shit places ever, right?
Yeah.
And so for me, and by the way, everyone's coming to Vegas. Like next week, I got like 13 different people. I'm gonna be in Vegas. Can I see you? I'm like, I don't have to go anywhere. I mean, it's just great. Now the heat doesn't bother me, but I do get why. Well, I'm not saying it doesn't bother me. It's not like if it's 117, I'm outside going, yeah, I'll just sit out here. But yeah, I go into air conditioning. I deal with it when it's going to happen.
You can walk the strip through the hotels and not even go on the strip, really.
Well, by the way, that was one of my. Were you with me last night for dinner?
No.
Where'd I go? Oh, for lunch. I went to Red Rock with lunch with Chase and Miranda, Chase and Christy.
Right.
And he wanted to go to a place where you had to sit outside to wait for your table, and then they had no texting and no air conditioning. I said, forget this. Went to Red Rock. While I waited at Red Rock. By the way, Red Rock has a great breakfast place.
Oh.
Red Rock Casino.
Okay.
But I go to Red Rock, I get to be inside the casino. It's cool while I'm waiting. I waited a few minutes, and boom, I sit down. Vegas is Vegas. It's just wonderful. I love it. I am the happiest I've ever been. Okay, this is ALZN Neuro. Those of you who don't follow the show or live under a rock, I founded this company 6 years ago. Went public on the 15th of June. Today it was up $1. At one point, it was at $12 and some change. No comment on the stock. Everything's disclosed in the prospectus. Please read it. Yes, I own a lot of it. I've owned it for 6 years. I saw some moron online saying, Todd bought it at 0.44 cents. Yeah, 6 years ago when I founded it before it had a drug. I mean, I don't know what the hell. People like, you can spin anything you want. I bought it and put money in when it was the first money in. That's called risk. It becomes less risky as the drug gets through development.
Yes.
Hello. Okay, that's enough rant for that because I'm not allowed to talk about haters anymore. I promised him I wouldn't do it, so I was just commenting on the stupidity of pointing out that I bought it 6 years ago.
What's Rod Wilson asking about?
Anyways, hold on. Let's go back to that chart, please. Split screen. So I don't know why it went up, but obviously read the prospectus. It was a good day for ALZN, up $1. It's $9.78 in the aftermarket, and we're very pleased. But what's more important is how is it doing with patients? That's all the most important thing. So we'll pay special attention to that as it moves towards those important milestones in the prospectus, which you should read, which is available to the public. If you want to know more about ALZN, don't ask me because I can't tell you anything.
Whoa, I see
Breaking
it. Cathie
news.
Wood.
Cathie Wood's ARK files to create a Bitcoin ETF. That is a big deal. That'll be a big deal for Bitcoin if that gets passed. Wow. That's
that makes me want to look at
incredible.
GBTC right now to see if
it's good to be the king says, I think, as I said to you the other day, when the banks pass that stress test, you're going to see money flying. Morgan Stanley just announced just a second ago they've doubled their dividend. Jeez. They've doubled their dividend, folks. Wow. The banks are going to pour capital into the system. Everyone that owns these banks are going to get paid as they think it's risk off in terms of their worry about their balance sheet. It's a risk off moment for the banks, right? So I wanted to cover Facebook. Facebook, the judge dismissed the antitrust trial, and it closed above $1 billion. I think this is a big deal. Social media milestone, the fifth company to hit, joining Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Google's parent as a $1 trillion market cap. Facebook spiked nearly 5% late in the day, aided by a favorable legal ruling dismissing the antitrust complaint brought by the FTC. FTC, you go down, baby. You lost that one, but we'll see you coming back. You know they're going to appeal that. But Facebook, for now, whipped their ass.
Oh, did you see this?
No.
Hey, Nick, check this out. Bezos, well, this isn't really stock related, but it is related to the market. Bezos sues his girlfriend, Lauren Sanchez's brother, for allegedly hiding assets to avoid paying a judgment.
No way.
Yeah, he failed to disclose like multi-million-dollar home to avoid a six-figure court order.
Well, Bezos, so that is a bizarre story.
Yeah.
So Lauren Sanchez's own brother sold the pictures of Lauren Sanchez, allegedly. I don't know the story enough, but sold the pictures about Lauren Sanchez being with Bezos, sort of ratted him out.
Right.
Then Bezos went after him and won.
Yep.
Right? Is that the deal?
Yeah.
And him and Lauren Sanchez are still together.
Right, and he tried to hide like a house. There was like I guess the legal fees were like $250,000 too.
It's so funny that the richest man in the world is trying to take money from Lauren Sanchez's brother. No, I mean, I don't blame him for wanting to do it because he's mad because he called him out. And he had dick pics or something, right? And apparently, I don't know.
Naked Brands is catching fire in the after hours.
Is it up?
It's over 70.
Oh, can I buy some?
You could.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do it live.
LGHL's
We're going to do it live.
up.
We're going to do it live.
You just want to let the IB bill.
No, I just like Naked Brands. I want it, whenever it trades higher, I want to buy it.
Wow, URG's down to $1.41.
Ooh.
That's something to look at.
Where's Naked?
Michael
While
Rawlings
he's
says,
doing that,
was
go
it
ahead.
called The Food That Built America?
Yeah, the food that built America.
Let's talk about commodities.
Thank you, Michael.
Commodities have a lot of them have come off their recent highs, including
Hold on
copper.
a second. Hold on. I'm going to buy 30,000 Naked
Go ahead.
Brand.
Hey, ring the bell. Why don't you?
Get it.
30,000 Naked Brand. Here we go. Hold on a second. Stay with me. Stay with me.
We need some sounds.
Yeah.
Wait, is it live here? Let's go.
What?
Naked. Bought at the ass.
Hey, there was an article that was in AP, technically paid for by ALZN, written by smarter people than me. Can we put a link up in that article later today on
Yeah,
YouTube?
you got it.
Hey, those of you who want the link for the AP article on ALZN, you guys should read it. It's
Actually,
exciting stuff.
We can't put it up.
We can
What?
show it, can't we?
I got it right here.
How can you
on
put it
the
up?
screen.
Well, I mean, I have it right here.
Oh, put it up.
Okay, let me make it. Let me just.
But how do they find the article?
Put it in the.
We can put it in the
chat.
chat.
Oh,
It's in the
can
chat.
you pay, can you play the video?
Of course.
Yeah.
Can I play the video? Of
Just
course can
just
play
so
the
we
video.
know, by the way, I really do love the company, and I was excited to found it. The video is a little like sentimental, but because
play the
if
video.
your family members were dying, you'd feel
Let
the
them
same
judge
way.
the
All
video.
right, you judge.
The video's
you judge.
awesome.
Give me just-
it's just
you
because
judge.
it's you.
Give me 5 seconds. Wow, what's going on here, Todd?
What?
You look thin there. You look thin in this video.
That's Bill Maher.
Here we go. All right, let her rip.
I'm Todd Ault, and I founded a company called ALZN Neuro. Its mission is to find a cure for Alzheimer's. After the financial crisis of 2008, 2009, I was really discouraged with Wall Street, and I spent a lot of times on the sidelines. I watched my mother-in-law pass away from Alzheimer's, found out my father has it. My grandparents died from it already. And I went through my family members and looked at how many people had been affected by the disease. And I had basically learned that there had been no progress since Dr. Alzheimer's effectively found the disease more than 100 years ago. Even though work has been done to find a cure for Alzheimer's, to me, it hasn't been a full court press. It's a big goal to cure Alzheimer's. And I believe that private sector investment, coupled with an Operation Warp Speed approach, can be the catalyst that Big Pharma needs to spring into action. I wanted to do something that I thought would help the most amount of people. I didn't care about what I was going to make. I got a group of people together. One of my old investors helped me put some money together, and we went to the University of South Florida. We raised $4 or $5 million and got it started. I want to see research into Alzheimer's disease fast-tracked with COVID-like urgency. For me, it's personal. I have always dreamed of having a company like this, and I think sharing your dreams is kind of nice.
So check out that article if you'd like to. We'll make it available. The link. There's an article in AP. It was sponsored by ALZN. I resigned as the normal chairman, executive chairman. I wanted to bring on biotech people that had more color on biotech, and so I'm chairman emeritus and the founder. And they did a nice article about the reason why I founded it. And I thought everyone would like to see that. Back in, I believe, in December, when the company was just called Engine Media, had a different symbol, I bought this company, Game. Let's bring up the side by side. Thank you. Here's the year-to-date chart. I bought it down here in a private placement at $7.25. So I want to give full disclosure here. 67,000 shares, about 500,000 worth at that lower level. And then I recently been accumulating it between 9 and 11. So we have 107,000 shares of GAME, Game.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like that obviously to put on the link today if you could. All right. I'm not suggesting you buy it. I'm suggesting you look at it. This is a show for entertainment purposes. I am giving you full disclosure. We own the stock, 107,000 shares in the Ault Global portfolio. I'll tweet that out too, that we own a position, that we own 107,000 shares. The guy who is the CEO, the chairman, was the CEO of TiVo, and they run a gaming network. My son had told me about them because he's involved in these gaming tournaments that are big, etc. And I thought you guys would want to look at it. Do your own research. Do not buy the stock because I told you about it. But I'm bringing it to your attention. That is Game, G-A-M-E. This is the 103rd episode of Risk On. I don't know why the Dow was down and the NASDAQ was up. But we love you. Take care, everybody. Thank you for all your questions. Skyla, hope you have a good weekend. Josh, thanks for stopping by. From McCallie, Jason, as always, I enjoyed the weekend with poker. You guys take care. We'll see you tomorrow. It's the 28th. It's almost the end of the quarter. We'll see you tomorrow. Ever got too much going on? Sometimes I do. It's the 104th episode of Risk On. This may be the greatest show ever about risk. It possibly could be. That's a forward-looking statement. It's probably not, though. There's probably a better show about risk. I just don't know one that exists. But if you can point it out, point it out. For all you haters, whatever. For all you lovers, I love you too. My friend Jason Bartholomew's in the house. And I say my friend. We are friends. The man moved from Florida to be here. My friend Josh Smith, who I've known for 7 years or so. He joined us, I don't know, pretty much you're coming up on your year anniversary of kind of joining us as a consultant, but
Yeah.
you've been a full-time employee for, what, 5 months or so?
April, yeah.
April, okay.
You looking forward to the move to Vegas?
Yeah, right. Good luck. That's not going to happen.
Just a feeler bet.
I know that's not happening.
Look, you play poker, you put a feeler bet out,
Yeah,
then
sure.
he raises me, so I fold.
Yeah, drop a fishing line.
Yeah, that's all.
Skyla, who I've known since 3, is in the house. What's up, Skyla?
Hi.
To say that it's interesting, when you got nothing going on, you got nothing going on. When you got lots going on, you got lots going on.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
And
organized.
to say we have a
an
lot, it's
understatement.
organized
organized chaos.
That's about right. Yeah.
This is, like I said, the 100th episode, 104th episode.
104.
This is the 104th episode of the show, of the program. It is June 29th, one day from the end of the quarter.
Yes.
And my man Steve Smith's here with Starbucks.
Dude, he's bringing the
Look
heat.
at that, bringing the heat here.
I need more caffeine, baby. Today's
There,
going to be a
look at
great
that. Look
show,
at that. It's on
baby.
Distribution.
Let's
dropping
go.
off Starbucks.
Let's go.
There we go, baby. There we
Divvy it
go.
up. Don't spill it. We got millions of
spill
dollars
that.
in studio equipment. All right, maybe not millions, but you get the idea.
I got a lot going on.
Dude, you are slammed. I'm sitting here looking at Bitcoin miners in Chinese. I don't know Mandarin.
There you go. We're waiting for, I'm told Friedman's reporting today. Jason Bombshell.
looking.
I don't know if he is or not. We are reporting today. We're looking.
Jeff, I don't see anything, buddy.
Jeff Bombshell. Sorry, I
scouring
called him
the
Jason.
internet.
What an idiot I am.
There's a ton going on.
There's
here.
a ton going on here.
Friedman, I don't see.
Come on,
we're
get
gonna
your
talk
money
about.
right. Get your money right,
We're gonna
as
cover
they
the
say.
market. Let's look at crypto here. Cathie Wood came out yesterday filing for an ETF for Bitcoin, and that was a nice pop. Bitcoin continuing the mini run here to 36,375.
Let's go to my screen real quick. You can see the new symbol she's suggesting, ARKB for ARK Bitcoin.
I like it.
Check out the story on CNBC. Back to Jason.
And 36,375 Bitcoin actually. Let's look at. Actually, let me bring this up. 36,404 Ethereum 2220. Josh, what's the math on that ratio? Don't worry.
Get your
No one said Josh is
calculator
a
out.
mathematician.
Josh,
I'm
I
not
got
a
it for you, buddy. I
mathematician.
got it for you. I mean, it's simple math. Let's take a look where we're at here. We haven't done this in a couple days. 2220, 16.38 to 1 Ethereum to Bitcoin ratio. Bitcoin extending the gap. Oil 73.41, 50-cent gain. Gold and silver getting absolutely massacred as the dollar stays strong. Gold 1761, silver 2588, copper holding strong 426. We're going to talk about some gold and silver plays. One in particular that I am getting throttled on, and
Ouch, yeah.
yeah, so
The reason I have been a biotech and healthcare investor for all the years I've been alive, basically, ever since I started investing. But we are in the renaissance of what could be biotech, like 9.0. Just crazy stuff happening in biotech. Massive advances because of the fact, and I would, listen, I can't tell you for sure, but I would chart it back to the day that the human genome was mapped, right? Because remember, that was an important component of what's happening now. And to the DNA structure, to the structure of what's happening in the body, we're now able to reprogram your DNA and put it back in your body. And in this case, with Intella, they put it in the body and it did it itself. They didn't do it outside in a lab. So CRISPR, this technology was not supposed to be really done for about 10 years, but that's happening faster. If you look to the founder of CRISPR, one of the founders, there's a little bit of a dispute who founded the technology, but she was on CNBC yesterday, and she's saying what's happening is happening faster than ever before. And so why am I long CRISPR therapeutics? I think I have to be. I think I have to be, right?
okay.
No one can deny that we are in a renaissance of medical development, and all those people out there who think that there's a better system somewhere else. All this happens in America.
Well,
America.
they've what about CRISPR? The French founder Emmanuel Charpentier.
Yeah, so they're in dispute with Berkeley on
Okay.
who founded it.
Really?
Right? Yeah, they're in dispute with Berkeley.
Investor Place has a good article about this, and in fact, they call the big three that use the CRISPR-Cas9 world technology as it looks like Editas,
Get a toss for sure.
EDIT,
Yeah, EDIT.
Intelia, NTLA, and of course CRISPR, CRSP.
Right.
So it looks like there's a nice break. What's going on with Naked? It's dead silent.
Yep.
That's true.
Maybe they're doing something. I don't know. And let's go back to why I bought it. Okay. So IKONICS, let's go back a year. Okay. So a year in July of 2020, stock was trading below. This is the chart. Let's leave it up there.
Yep.
I'm going to do something that Josh wanted me to do. Okay. So I started accumulating the stock in January of 2020. It was around $5 or $6, $7. And I saw that I do the research on low float. So the company had been around for a long time, been public for years. There was a few big shareholders, but management didn't have a ton of it. They had brought in a new CEO. The old business line had been around. The stock had been languishing below $10. Another investor I know, he bought a 13D position. I looked into it and said, wow, this is really interesting to me. There was only about 2 million shares outstanding. And at $7 is a $14 million value. And it was really simple. Really simple. I did the math on the business value and thought, business is probably worth $10 a share. So if I could buy it for 7, 8, 9, 10, I was getting the NASDAQ company, the shell, for free. Mm-hmm. So I bought a big position. I filed the 13D. I contacted the company. I ultimately signed an NDA with them, which is why you saw me stop buying. I was seriously interested in acquiring the company. I thought about making a bid to buy the company and control the assets. I signed a 13D and then learned effectively that the company was up for sale. They were looking to do a deal. And they wanted me to put an offer in. I thought about it. I didn't ultimately do it. But I did think that they would do a deal, and I sat on it. I wasn't allowed to buy any more because I signed an NDA saying I wouldn't buy any, I think, a standstill agreement for 6 months or a year. But I knew that I was on to something, and it kind of traded between $9.50, $11.50, popped up to $13. But doing a NASDAQ reverse is hard. You still have to get full approval from the NASDAQ. It's not like the OTC. You got to get the NASDAQ to sign off on the approved business plan. You generally have to file an S4 or, file a registration with the SEC. And I knew that IKONICS wanted their business to survive because they had a building, people, employees, and they'd been in business a long time. So it was important to that board that they do something like that. And in this case, after I bought a 9.9%, and I mean 9.99999% position, I knew it was a waiting game. I didn't know what they were going to do, but I knew they would do something and I'd get rewarded, and sure enough, we did. Now, am I giving you the shortened version? The characteristics are the same way I bought control of DPW. Company public since 1996, on the verge of being delisted. The existing business, which is the power business, was declining. Their market cap was $3.5 million, kind of left for dead. Large companies weren't covering them, and there was an opportunity for me to step in, buy from the chairman a reasonable seller, and you'll see me do that a lot. I like to buy dramatically undervalued assets where you could change the psychology of the business, acquire assets, put them in there, and then help those businesses grow. I know that's a very simplistic version, but there are screeners and stuff you can run to find these kind of stocks. Now, Skyla, a standstill agreement is where I sign an agreement with a company telling them I will not buy or try to bid for the company or do anything to the company for a certain period of time. Commonly done. Icon signs them. A lot of the activist shareholders sign them. Pay attention in the morning. There's lots going on here at Ault Global Holdings, DPW. Jason, thank you so much.
We got action.
You got action, man.
It's exciting.
Appreciate everybody. I'll be on Hugh Henning's podcast at 3 o'clock We'll see you tomorrow. It is the last day of the quarter, and that will be a fun show.
Yes.
Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
A fun show you won't want to miss. See you tomorrow. Hey, it's Todd Ault. It's the 30th, the last day of the quarter of June. It is the 105th episode of Risk On. I got new glasses. Can you see these new glasses? I don't understand who owns our stock at DPW. My only commentary is DPW did not file for an IPO. DPW filed for an IPO confidentially for a SPAC that it runs, that it is a sponsor of.
Hello.
So, hello, we're issuing shares in the SPAC, not in DPW for the SPAC. But people wrote, "Oh, we're issuing shares." For one guy I read said, "Oh, well, he's forming a SPAC so he can buy control of another business and not dilute DPW." And I wrote back, "Wow, someone gets it."
Yeah.
So I don't know. I shouldn't be frustrated. I got to get over this because we had just an incredible quarter.
Well, for those that can
We had a great
read,
quarter. You just follow the 13 Ds. We had a crushing quarter. I mean, I'm not allowed to talk about the trading positions, about what we're up or down those. You'll find out when we file the Q.
yes,
But the 13 Ds are public record. Can't miss them.
they're
Clear as day. So we filed this SPAC filing as a confidential filing, the same way we did with ALZN. What happens is you file with the SEC confidentially, you get all your comments out of the way, then you make it live, then you go public. It's called a confidential filing, the same thing that they did with Airbnb, the same thing they did with lots of other companies. It's a confidential filing. Let's talk about where we ended the quarter with, what stocks we ended the quarter with.
let's do it.
We ended the quarter with AEZS, ALZN, which is ALZN. We actually added to that position, not sold a single share. I did fat finger a couple, so if you see the filings, I had to buy it back, but it was stupid.
Yeah.
Borks, BRQS, we already owned that. Canon, the options, we own those. CLBS, the biotech, we own that. Game, GAME. We traded the hell out of IKONICS. That was a great trade. We still actually bought back 5,000 shares when it fell back to 19.
Right.
Because I like what TeraWolf's doing. But we only have 5,000 shares. We had 197,000. You saw in the 13D. We cleaned that out. We don't own it anymore. Now we own a couple few thousand, but we're not reporting it on a 13D.
Correct.
KIQ.
That's an infrastructure play.
That's
That's a rail play.
hard
It's a
trade
dog.
that's still dog.
Still a dog.
LMMF. I own a little bit of that.
Yep.
LMNL a little bit. NAC, Naked Brands, NVOS, OEG, and RGLS. Ooh, 81.90. God.
I know somebody else is taking
God
a
help
bath in
us
that
there.
one. That one's ugly. Really ugly.
On the other side, AG First Majestic Silver, long ALZN. Ooh, God, does that look painful or what?
I don't want to see it.
You want to see it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
sure.
my God, it's like
I've been
look
looking
that.
at it all
like
day.
sick.
Yeah.
Down today. AMC we're short. Borks were long a little. Chara, CHRA we're long a little. We're short the Dow.
Yep.
We're long DSS. We're long EEIQ. We're long Friedman. That was a 13D. We're now below 5%. Game, we own some of that. Hoth, HOTH. We own a little bit of this. Well, I'm not going to report that till tomorrow.
We got IEA.
I'm not going to report that till tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
We do have IEA, Icon Enterprises. We have Boeing.
Yep.
We have a little bit of Iconics, LMF. The MDRRP Preferred. We're short Peloton. We're short the Qs. We're long some SQFT, which is a Presidio REIT.
Yep.
We are short the triple Qs, and we are long in a big way SSNT. We did have a ripping quarter. There's no question about it. 13Ds worked perfectly.
Right.
I mean, let's kind of recap that a little bit, right?
Yeah.
SSY, that thing ripped to $6.
Right.
Mosey,
MOSY,
MOSY ripped.
that's 2.
SSNT ripped.
NTN Buzz Time.
NTN Buzz
Now
Time
known-
ripped.
known as BTX.
Now known as BTX Pharmaceuticals or
Okay.
something like that. Or no, Brooklyn Pharmaceuticals.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Immunotherapeutics. Therapeutics. What else we got? SSY.
I said SSY.
you said that one? I'm
that
sorry.
ripped.
UUU was last quarter.
UUU we sold in January.
Yep, that's
yeah,
right.
that was last quarter though. That was ripped. That was
That
a
counts.
13D filing.
Let's see.
We had Friedman that ripped.
FRD.
FRD
You
ripped.
said Iconics?
IKONICS was
Oh
a
my
home run,
God.
dude.
Dude,
I mean, this is like
what's going
whatever,
on?
dude. It was a great quarter.
All I can say is stay tuned.
And all these are public filed, so for all the regulators or people looking at me,
Stay tuned.
I'm only talking about stuff we publicly filed, how it did.
Yeah, it's all public
It's
information.
all public. You can click on it and see what we did.
No worries. I found that a lot of times when a company goes public, the IPO, unless it's really hyped up, they're looking for a sweet spot somewhere in the $5 to $10 range, also with a modest float, modest outstanding shares. So sometimes IPOs are just so big that they just don't get the kind of volatility that some of these traders are used to and spoiled with, like Wall Street bets type momentum. If I'm not going to say meme stock, but momentum traders that are so spoiled looking at, 60, 70, 80% tendies.
Yeah.
Tendies, by the way, is another word for profits.
You know, speaking of New York IPOs,
Oh, yeah.
we're going to be at the NASDAQ on the 12th of July, ringing the opening bell for ALZN Ad. I am the founder of ALZN Neuro, ALZN, and we're going to go ring the bell. Skyla, are you excited about that?
I'm very excited because I've never been in New York. So,
Is that true?
yeah.
I forgot. You've only been my assistant for a short period of time.
Yeah, I've never been. So I'm excited.
But you've been to Florida with me and a bunch of other places, but not New York, huh?
Nope.
Yeah, we're actually taking the jet to New York. You know that?
Obvious brag.
It's a little
Obvious
brag.
Obvious. OBVBRAG. Or is it two G's? I'm sorry, I can't spell it out.
A G550, I believe.
G550.
G550.
I love that
Isn't
name.
the SPAC used for attracting not yet public companies? Absolutely. You raise money in a SPAC. We get warrants to do it. We get a percentage of the company. We go buy a private company that they can go public very quickly on the NASDAQ. That's the point. A lot of miners out of China wanting to move to the U.S.
Yes.
for places with competitive power.
Correct.
What do you think of that?
I think it's a smart play.
It's interesting.
They
I
want,
mean, if they're going to move thousands of miners out of China
right.
and they're going to move them to the U.S., they probably need a place that has power and management systems except to manage that mining, right?
Yeah, the infrastructure.
That must be a big deal.
I would definitely think that's important.
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, I would be looking around. I know for us, it took us a long time to find the data center we bought.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, how do we pay for that?
We wrote a check.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we stroked a check for $4 million.
That's what I thought.
But it's all fake,
Yeah.
according to the internet.
It,
Any thoughts on Cathie Wood's ETF on Bitcoin? I think she gets it approved.
if she does, it's
Cathie Wood's, that will be a huge,
Massive
bullish sign.
so for those of you that
and
said,
I
hey,
think it gets approved.
what do you think of SOS? Well, hey, just think about that as a catalyst. SOS down there in the lower band, in my opinion,
Yeah.
it's a good investment. That's just my opinion.
I think if Cathie gets Bitcoin ETF approved, it's off to the races.
King, that naked document was interesting.
Vandim Dronathan. How do you say that name? Help me out here.
Where we got here? What do we got?
Vadim.
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 Vadim Dronov. I think that's close.
Can you guys talk about DPW Bitcoin mining? We mine Bitcoin through our company called Alliance Cloud Services. We are mining, and we did update the last quarter. I don't know that we have any other update. That would have to come from Darren.
Yeah.
I can tell you one thing for sure. I'm frustrated with the selling of the miners. Like,
yes.
buying them is a pain in the rear.
We're yeah, I can't really say much other than what you said.
Rolls Royce at
OTC
142. Nah, it's not really OTC. It's
Yeah, I
really
know.
a ADR.
Sure.
You see, Rolls Royce extends sustainable fuel jet partnership, also targeting Africa for renewable markets with Berlin investment. I don't understand that. Rolls Royce.
I don't-
Rolls Royce is a customer of Gresham, and we make parts for their aircraft. What's strange about Rolls Royce is that they make engines and they make I mean, I don't understand that business at all. I know their cars are incredible.
Oh yeah, for sure. Would you? Let me ask you this: Would you make that one? Would you make that a daily driver, a Rolls Royce, for you? Could you see yourself in a Rolls? I know you love Mercedes.
I love I had drive an S550. It's really
What We saw some beautiful rolls at the Resorts
so
World.
expensive.
They are, for sure.
They're so expensive. Yeah, no sleep last night. Tyler, I hope they trade options for sure.
Yeah. I mean, what? We're going to trade
Rolls
on.
Royces are really expensive.
They
Let's
are.
get to Bill Cosby. I can't wait. I can't.
ahead.
I can't. I don't want to stop here. So let's see. The Pennsylvania court for Bill Cosby. Let's go to the screen real quick. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned the sexual assault conviction of Bill Cosby. The High Court tossed out the comedian conviction for assaulting Andrea Constand because of a non-prosecution agreement Cosby had with the prior prosecutor.
Okay.
Cosby was released from prison because of the ruling, which bars him from being tried again in the case. I don't care whether you are with or without the whole Bill Cosby thing, whether he should have been found guilty or not. In this country, you prosecute a person one time. Yeah, they can't, there's not double jeopardy. And they had an agreement for non-prosecution before. The prior prosecutor signed it. The new prosecutor said, screw it, I'm not going to honor it.
Yeah.
If the government doesn't honor their word, even if it's a bad word, even if you committed to a terrible deal, you got a problem. And they committed to not doing it. For various reasons, they investigated it. They didn't have enough evidence. Whatever the reasons were, I'm not commenting on whether he did it or not,
Josh says R. Kelly's now looking at Bill Cosby being like, WTF.
Well, that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
I'm specifically referring to the court saying that you had an agreement already.
Double jeopardy?
No, but it's not even double jeopardy. If you have an agreement with a prosecutor, you negotiate in good faith with the prosecutor, and whether it's community service or something else,
Right.
and you negotiate a deal, and then later on, because of pressure, you say that agreement we had, we're just going to violate that.
Yeah.
I'm not the same prosecutor. Shame on that prosecutor for doing that. Your predecessor made a deal, and you made a deal with a human being, and you had an obligation to make that deal. I'm not commenting on whether he did something wrong. Do you understand that, right?
I do. I understand it. Is there anything that we could do, like in our Discord chat or on the program, where we could be a little more transparent on what we're doing? It's just a question. I don't know the answer.
It says here,
He doesn't want to answer it.
Todd, you don't owe me Venmo, but I can wait for your putting up Tower Suites. WW.
Josh, maybe
yeah.
you can figure that out. He doesn't want to answer. He doesn't want to answer my question.
This person does no scanner T2000. Hudson Trader says.
Okay.
Can I
Yes.
can I be more transparent with the trades?
Yeah.
I am working on the idea that I can, but since we're publicly traded, we have to be careful.
I know.
What we're saying.
Okay. So
Stupid answer.
Yeah,
we
it's-
got to figure that out, right?
it is what it is then.
Let's go to the joke of the day.
All right. So, what is a ninja's favorite type of shoe?
What is a ninja's favorite type of shoe?
Sneakers.
Wait.
Because they sneak.
Oh, sneak.
Oh, sneakers. Where do you get these? Where do you get these jokes, anyways?
That's for me to know.
I think we should do.
Ouch. I don't have trouble trading options. I've traded them for so long that I generally trade around and act. The option positions I take are generally high beta, high volume, big premiums because the stocks are moving. They're generally not. What I see people doing these YOLO things where they're like going out 30 points, 100 points.
Like $500 May 2022 GME calls.
And they paid off for people.
And there was like there were people on Wall Street Bets that were making like 6,000% calls on GME, AMC.
Right.
Just absurd. But then that painted the picture to some of these newbies that, hey,
I can
this
do
is
that.
easy. Yeah.
It's not easy.
This is ridiculous. These guys have never traded in a bear market. I can't wait to see what happens. I
Hey,
can't
it was a
recommend
smashing
it.
quarter. This is the 105th episode of Risk On. It's June 23rd. I apologize to all of the
30th.
viewers.
That's okay.
Excuse me. It's June 30th.
June 30th.
Sorry. I'm a little off today. I'm tired, but I appreciate everyone tuning in. This has been Risk On. It's the end of the quarter. It was an incredible quarter. We have everything to be thankful for, and we are thankful for you. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Hey, it's July 1st. It's the 106th episode of Risk On, what may be the greatest show about risk ever. And if you know me, you know I slept for more than 5 hours. So I'm good to go. Hey, today we're going to be talking about HUSA, H-U-S-A. Houston, do you have a problem? You do, because you have a new largest shareholder, and that is Ault Global. And we will not likely be going away on this one. This one, we might be in it for the long haul.
Who
What
let
do you
the
think of that,
dogs
Jason?
out, dude?
Dude, hey, Syra. Welcome to everybody. This is Syra.
Nice.
This is my oldest son's dog. Really a family member. Syra is not a dog, but a superhuman. Syra, can you speak? Speak?
Give her a treat.
Speak? Speak? Speak?
Say okay.
Speak? Speak? Speak?
There you go.
You got to speak. Come on, Syra.
Hey, let me
Speak.
help. Let me help you.
What? Speak.
Oh.
They turned it off. Okay, give me one speak. 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 Loud. Speak. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, but Syra, I want you to speak a little bit. Come on. Okay, again. Speak. Speak. Speak.
Oh.
Oh, so sweet. She's really the most trained dog I've ever seen, but I think she's a little camera shy. Can you get her to speak? Here, you do that. That's okay, Chase. That's fine.
Ask her if she's long SSNT.
Speak. Yes.
Good girl. Oh, right on. All right, there's another one for you. Go ahead. Okay.
Okay. Oh, what a smart
she's
dog.
good. Syra is a Australian Shepherd, and she is the most trained dog I've ever seen. In fact, she taught her how to push on things and like say, I want to go outside, I want to eat, I want to do this. And apparently she learned how to talk so well that he took him away from her.
She jumps through hoops, literally.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
ALZN Neuro did file yesterday on time, as they said in their prospectus. They filed their IND, the investigational new drug application, and that got rewarded with the stock going down $1.
Yeah.
$1.06. Can't control the market, but we can control what we do, and they did file their IND.
They did.
So if people understand that process, I would encourage you to understand what that means. That's a huge milestone for, I'm told to log off here. I will. That's a huge milestone for the company. I want to say this is something that I had a goal of when we started 6 years ago, was to file the IND, which leads to you going into humans. Mm-hmm. In that prospectus, it clearly outlines when we expect to be in human beings. And for those of you who sent me an unlimited amount of texts and questions, I'm aware of the stock when it goes up or down. I'm a buyer, not a seller.
Correct.
I have never in my life sold a share of ALZN Neuro.
Yep.
And I wouldn't be doing such until we're in humans. It is my goal to have 2 shots on goal with 2 different drugs that have huge capability. And so therefore, I hope that answers the question.
Okay.
I am long ALZN Neuro, and I'm not a seller yet. Very confused on the drop with the great news. I'm not confused on the great drop with the great news. People buy on rumor, sell on news, and keep in mind a $7, $8 price is a great valuation for a stock that went public at $5. Watching the volatility, that's just the market. It's going to do what it's going to do. You can't control it. You shouldn't even try to control it. You shouldn't really think about it. You should think about whether the company's making progress. The company will get rewarded on the actual progress it makes. Any reward of the stock price, less progress, is really not really a reward. It's a temporary price. You need to worry about the long term. You need to see the drug go into patients. You need to see the pre-IND for the vaccine.
Yes.
The IND for the vaccine, the treatments, and then the data from the treatments. Yeah, it'll trade in value lockstep with other public Alzheimer's stocks. Isn't that right, Syra?
Syra,
Right?
Laurent wants to know if you're in the Naked Army. Speak. Speak.
So this is what a 13D looks like. You can find the link at sec.gov. Type in the company DPW, the symbol. You'll find Ault Global. We file the 13D.
Yes.
If you look closely, there's my name, Milton Charles Ault III. That's my legal name. My friends call me Todd. You guys can call me Todd. I don't respond to Uncle Milty. When I was 13 years old, my father adopted me. And can you put me back up on the split screen because I'm not done? And my father adopted me, and so I took his name. But I was born originally Todd. Enough to know, right? Ault Global Holdings, you can see we acquired the position through a subsidiary. We're going to go over that. We bought 982,000 shares.
Yes, we did.
We bought them in one day,
Yes.
9.9%. We decided to do this because we did not want the company to be tipped off of what we were up to. It's behalf, you can see here, Section A. So it's Section 1, Item 1, Section A. That it is filed on behalf of All Global Holdings, AGH, reporting person, through a wholly owned subsidiary, Digital Power Lending, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of the parent company. You can see the address here, etc. You can see that we purchased, and you can clearly see this, 1,007,000 shares at 193, and you can see we sold 25,206. Why? Because I have fat fingers.
Yes.
And I accidentally pressed the sell instead of the buy button. I quickly bought it back, but you got to report all your sales. There's no arrangements between us and the company.
Isn't it interesting that they show the weighted average price?
Here's the entire board of directors, including Glenn, our new director. These are all exciting information. So you guys now know that we are long 982,000 shares. Now, did the stock trade 32 million shares?
Let me take a look.
Or 22 million?
I think it was 30 plus. Was quite the day. This stock usually trades 700,000 shares per day. Today it traded 32 million.
You trade 32 million, and we bought 982,000, not selling it at all, not trading it. Why does it trade 32 million?
It went to 315, and
Yeah, I
now it's
saw that.
206 in the after
Wow,
market.
206.
206. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, I guess if you wanted to buy more,
Yeah.
if we wanted to buy more, it'd be a better time to buy it when it was down. Huh?
Buy low, sell high.
That's a crazy concept.
That's interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Nick, real quick, CNBC says Robinhood has 18 million accounts with 80 billion in assets after rapid growth. IPO filing shows. Now, it's going to be on the NASDAQ, HOOD. Here is what's going to happen, in my opinion. This thing's going to go public, and it's going to be a war between Wall Street Bets and HOOD. An absolute war.
Hugh says he'll do it in 5 minutes. Could we send him a link? We'd have to have Josh send him a link.
Yeah, Josh can send
would
a
have
link,
to send him a link.
and then he can zoom
Can
in.
you send Josh his email so he can send him a link?
Yeah.
Hugh, join us when you can, buddy. No hurry. We have 31 minutes left on the show.
Yeah, no problem. He can.
Listen, 80 billion in assets. I hate to point it out, but so what? I mean, it's a lot of money, right? But have you ever seen what BlackRock has?
Trillions.
Like 8, 9, 10, 11 trillion. Fidelity was the first one to pass the trillion mark. I mean, 80 billion in assets. 80 billion is a lot of money, but for a big broker dealer like that,
right.
I mean, it's not a lot of assets at the firm.
I'm trying to get this.
A lot of smaller
here.
accounts, I guess.
Hold on one second.
Hey, man, I got an account there. I'm a believer, you know. I love Robinhood as a service. I think it's great.
Yeah. But they hamstring you with times. You can only trade certain times, whereas Webull has the floodgates open from bell to bell. So you have to keep that in mind. Do you want to tie up your capital with a fluid ticker with stuff that's happening quickly, pre-market, post-market, and then you're not able to access your positions?
Yeah, I think the thing that Jason and I don't like about Robinhood is E-Trade opens at 4 a.m. on the West Coast. IB opens at 1 a.m.
Right.
on the West Coast. So there's a 3-hour difference between IB and E-Trade. But Robinhood doesn't open till 6 a.m.
Robinhood's going to get put to death. They're going to have shorts galore. All the momentum stocks, I don't call them meme stocks anymore, whatever. Like Naked, even include Naked, AMC, GME. All these holders are going to bash Robinhood's brains in financially, in my opinion. Can't wait to see that war. It's going to be interesting. Mm-hmm. So we'll see.
Yeah. So I unlike you, I think Robinhood trades higher.
I mean, it may. It's going to trade higher initially.
I think it trades higher. However, that's not my point. My point is that 80 billion. Okay, so like if you just put the context that they were a startup,
Yeah.
and where they are today, that's relevant.
Wait, was that twice that? What was Coinbase? Was it 45 or 50?
Well, that's a whole different issue. Coinbase is crypto, and
I know.
it's a different commodity, right?
For sure.
These guys got 80 billion of assets. in an environment where BlackRock has 7, 8 trillion, 9 trillion, 10 trillion.
Well,
BlackRock's not a money manager.
yeah, BlackRock's real estate. I mean,
No, but they're not a money manager.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
excuse me. BlackRock is a money manager.
Well, but they have
Robinhood is a broker dealer, a
Right.
discount. Get your money right, trade for free.
Right.
Get a gold account for $5 a month.
high frequency traders.
Right.
It's
Swipe up, swipe down.
Yeah. So, I mean, from a ease of access, ease of use standpoint, Robinhood's really good. I mean, I know you like the way the application.
I do. I
Yeah.
like the hey, it's done. Hey,
Yeah.
congrats. It's
Yeah.
work. I don't believe any of that nonsense about not getting good execution. And I
Right.
saw IB running a commercial saying, you can get free trading with us, or you can pay a little commission for the very best execution. No, I'm sorry.
Hey,
you're buying 1,000, 10,000 shares. It's irrelevant. I just don't believe it. You have a very, very accommodating Fed. And many years ago, I want to say it was 1994, the Fed became unaccommodating. Alan Greenspan said words like irrational exuberance. And remember that?
Yep.
And interest rates went up, and you fought the Fed for a little while, and you got pounded. I remember all the index trusts, the trust company in the West, TMT, all those yielding products, closed-end products, took it in the tailpipe. So here's what I would say to Ravi. I would pay attention to when the Fed turned their tone to being less accommodating.
Yeah.
And that will become an anchor. Those interest rates will become an anchor on stock prices. Right?
I'm glad you brought that up.
So I would pay close attention to the Fed sentiment. And I would say to you, there's a guy, Grant's Interest Rate Observer. He's probably the best writer about interest rates. Grant Interest Rates Observer. It's highly technical stuff. It was people involved in the whole Michael Burry thing in 2008 debacle.
Yep.
Were big fans of that. But I've been a fan of him for a long time. You can look him up. Grant's Interest Rate Observer. And I would be paying attention. My whole thesis is you can be long everything. And so here's how you think about it from a rotation perspective. You can be long almost everything until you can't. Well, what's that mean? When the Fed is not accommodating, that means there's going to be an anchor on stock prices, because the whole institutional world, and they do matter and will matter, will base their risk profile on what they can get in current yield. Mm-hmm. So now, appreciate you joining us.
Shout out to Hugh. We'll get to him next time.
Hugh Henning, we love you, dude. We really enjoy your smart guy. Hopefully we can get you on the show. Tomorrow we'll have Luke from High Key Cloud.
Yes.
See you guys tomorrow. Take care. Be safe. And get your money right. Hey, it's Todd Ault. We're late. This is the radio show, 1150 Los Angeles and Orange County. We're also on the iHeartRadio app, the Patriot Network. You can get us all over the world, all those soldiers around the world, U.S. soldiers. Happy 4th of July.
Slightly delayed.
If today's the 2nd, on the radio it's the 4th. So happy 4th of July to all those people listening on the radio.
Yes.
Luke Lintz. I wish I had an echo effect. Like a real echo effect.
Yeah. Like,
Dude, you flew all the way here from Puerto Rico.
originally from Canada. Yeah.
Originally?
And now from Puerto Rico.
Did you drive your Lamborghini down here? Did you drive it from, where are you from, Winnipeg?
Originally from Winnipeg. Yeah, Winnipeg, Manitoba, if anybody knows.
Right on. High Key Clout in the house. Those of you who wonder how I got to 1 million followers, no one really likes me. But Luke makes everyone like me. Right, Luke?
Dude, we do that. We
Yeah.
do that, yeah.
You represent all these famous people, dude. I see you with a famous person every single weekend. And I didn't know that you were dating Kendall Jenner, but she's in the office show right now, and she dyed her hair. Can we get a picture of Kendall? Look at right. She dyed her hair. Everybody, you can see her from behind right there. She dyed her hair. What's the story? We'll get to Kendall later, by the way. But dude, how do you know all these famous people? Literally, you remind me of Richie Dolan. Except that you're all the famous people you know are irrelevant today. Richie's famous with people that are the president of the United States. They're kind of on the back nine.
Yeah.
You're with people that are teeing off, right?
That's very true. We go for the ones
6ix9ine, Kevin Hart.
They all have one thing in common, and that's they have the most clout. That's what we go for. Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
high key clout.
Yeah. Do you know the definition of clout?
No.
Yeah, it's originally like it's a pretty old term. Comes from like 1960. It's like people who have the most pull and traction in business or politics. So
Right.
It's having pull. It's being able to influence a large group of people.
And so what got you guys into crypto?
So we got into crypto fairly late. I was first introduced to crypto in 2013 by one of my friends, and he was a coder, and he actually mined Bitcoin, and he was trying to explain to me all the components of where Bitcoin was going, but I didn't really listen to him. And then the next time I really dived deep into like crypto was with Bitcoin in 2020. So like still fairly.
You waited 7 years.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Like a market timer.
Yeah. Hey, like it's the difference between like major players getting into it and it having more stability.
I did the same thing, by
Yeah.
the way. I did the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Hey, those of you who are on the radio, if you were in our studio, you'd see a tall 6'5", and I'm going to give him 6'5",
I'll take
blonde dude from Canada, good looking, beautiful girlfriend. All the things you'd hate about a 21-year-old rich guy, right?
And capitalism, yeah.
Pretty much all the
Evil,
capitalism.
yeah.
Lamborghini. What the heck is wrong with me? I even got like a weird accent.
You're
now.
just trying to
Did it say
swear, like,
Lamborghini. What a disaster. But look, why don't you tell everybody what you do at High Key, you and your brother? And I know you have a specialty. He's kind of a different specialty, but it's a family affair, right? Because your brother works there too.
Yep. Yeah. So it's me and my two brothers, my older brother and my younger brother. And what we do is we build elite personal brands. So some of the work that we do for you, like building up people's social media profiles with social media growth, we do social media management, and we do a ton of press and publications, getting people verified.
You know, one of the things I liked about you from the beginning, I did your podcast. You guys were super excited. You're always in a good mood. But I'm going to bring you to a story that I know you'll remember. But this is actually one of the days where I thought, okay, I'll probably do business with you guys for a long time, even if you change your business. This is an impressive situation. So you had let's see if you remember what I'm going to say. It's like a little Jeopardy moment here, right?
Okay.
So you had a client that passed away. You want to tell people that story?
Yeah. So we had a client. This was actually like a major transition phase of our business. We went from an e-commerce company where we grew that company up to seven figures in revenue when I was 18 at the time, and not that much profit to show for. And we were in a transition phase where our business was in debt and I was in debt personally. And I knew we had to make a change up. And so that's when we actually got introduced to a really, who ended up being a good friend of mine and who ended up being our business partner. His name was Stefan Arnio. And I was introduced to him in 2018, September 2018. And we ended up pitching him on social media services. He believed in us, and so we closed him as a client. He really liked us after 3 months and said, let's turn this into an actual business, and let's start up an agency. He had 10 years of experience in the business space, and so he was able to provide a lot of knowledge, a lot of negotiation skills, sales skills, and communication skills, building a team, a lot of stuff that we had no idea of. So I was like, yeah, this makes sense. We partnered up with him, and he was suffering from cancer the entire time. And after a year and a half of us growing our business to like really good levels, he actually passed away, unfortunately, and that was of May 2020. Really took me back a fair amount. He was my really good friend. We literally like didn't go like a single day without talking on the phone for like an hour.
Yeah, I didn't know all that story. What I knew was that he was a client and a friend, and you kept his Instagram going after he died. You guys still do that to this day?
We still do that, and we're even if we don't get paid, I'll probably still run his Instagram all the way until I pass away. Like
That's cool.
Wow.
That's what he wanted. Like he wrote 8 books because he wanted his legacy to live on, and like unbelievable books. Like that's why I want to talk with Brad Lee afterwards. He was friends with Stefan.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Hey, this is exactly why I ended up. Well, I mean, it's not the only reason I did business with you, but I thought that story was an impressive story. I don't mean to bring everyone down, but it's a positive story. He lives on. You guys are helping him live on with that he wanted. You guys are his friend and continue to be his friend. I thought it was an impressive story. So
big time. Yeah, we're going to continue to live on his name. Like we're creating a Netflix documentary, and we decide that like a component of that is going to have Stefan in it and his legacy. And so like that'll be pretty cool. Do you invest in precious metals?
We do. We have a huge position. We bought a thing called let's bring it up. Actually,
I don't have it.
no. You know what?
Yeah,
no.
just
Hold
look
on.
up his
He's
Instagram.
He's setting the tone here.
Pull your Instagram
He
up.
wants to bring up the precious metals investments we have.
I do.
Let's bring that up because Jason managed to get us in a precious metal investment.
Oh God.
That literally, from the day we
Thanks a
bought
lot,
it,
dude. Thanks. I got to get my resume updated. Thanks a lot.
Come
man.
on,
This is
I'm kidding
unbelievable.
around. You know I love you. Jason makes money all the time for us. That's kidding around. So this is First Majestic Silver. Why don't you tell him about this company? It is a good company. I'm just joking around.
It is. It is.
Well, tell him
So-
about First Majestic.
So check this out. AG is the ticker symbol. The CEO.
you can see it right up on the screen, my man.
Yeah,
see
there it
that?
is.
Yeah.
And you're like
These-
kind of we're trifecta up there.
Yeah, I see that.
The CEO's Canadian, eh? It's,
He is Canadian.
Yeah,
Where does he
Keith,
live?
Keith
Vancouver?
Neumeyer lives in Vancouver. He founded the company in like 2001. He's CEO. They just, in fact, this is pretty cool. They just bought a gold mine in northern Nevada near Reno.
Got it.
Yeah, it's called Jarrett Canyon. They got mostly gold assets there. They're going to start mining there, like 2,200 tons of rock a day. It's going to be huge, high yield, really good ore. And this is a stock that we're in a pretty good sized position, and I really
I
like
think we
it.
have like 2 or 3 million in it.
Yeah, we got 2.75.
I know that because I've been paying because I'm down 10%.
just right now.
Yeah.
But anyway,
That's
have
okay,
their
I can
own-
spend the silver.
They have their own bullion store where they sell their own metal that they mine out of the earth, and they actually you can buy it on firstmajestic.com.
What does this guy have to do with risk? The point is that when I was first wanting to get into social media, I have haters. Everyone does. I have especially a few of them because sometimes the stocks don't always do the best. And I was nervous about getting back in social media, but I knew I had to, right? And you've got to take the risk. If you have a business and you're not promoting your business, you got to talk to Luke Lintz. I can personally tell you that he is incredibly smart at running social media. Now you might say, wait, you guys know Tanner too? I do know Tanner. I love Tanner. I love both of them. Not everyone has the same answers. Luke is mega, man. Now, you're mega. You're like I think you're amongst the biggest around now, aren't you? You guys are mega
For certain things, like giveaways. Yeah,
you're
we're
mega.
Yeah.
6'9". You guys, everybody, right? I
Yeah.
mean, every rapper, every whatever you have. So if you got a business, you got to talk to Luke. Bottom line, right? Those of you on the radio, take care. It's 4th of July. Be careful. For the troops around the world, happy 4th of July. We'll see you on Tuesday. The show is not here on Monday because we celebrate the 4th. Everyone take care. Be well. Luke, thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you,
It
bud.
means a lot to me, buddy. You guys
appreciate
take
it.
care, everyone.